What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action RPG built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, C++, the gameplay ability system plugin, and all that good stuff. So we're going to continue today dealing with the same stuff we've been dealing with for a while. Hopefully we can nip it in the bud this week. It is the replication of our health view model and making sure our health UI is updated for both player, client server, as well as the dummy mannequin here. So I just today was putting together the blueprint implementation once again to make sure that it works, and then we're going to try to transcribe it again to C++ little by little. So, you know, as a proven concept, you know, we have, you know, our dummy UI, everything's updating when we deal damage. Same thing for my client. And it also works for server, I believe. So if we do 2 instances, please listen server. Oops. So we have both instances, you know, right side is client, left side server, everything's updating. It all kind of makes sense, right? So we're gonna have to just kind of slowly break it back down again. So let me I'll actually open it on this side so we can open it and you guys can see my info monitor. You're not gonna be able to see it probably too well, but whatever. So it all starts with being in play. So I'm gonna make new functions just so I can have everything kind of written down. So I'm gonna put stuff up here. So it's gonna be void. Also, probably gotta be U function. Void initialize view model. We're gonna generate that. And we more or less have to do this. And then we're going to just call initialize view model. So that should be more or less one-to-one what we see in blueprints for this event, right? You know, we get the view model subsystem, we construct the object, we add it based on these parameters, and we create the variable here. That's all that is happening. So, like, you know, ideally, because, you know, we have health view model, the variable in blueprint is not replicated. So we're gonna have to fix that here. There should be a property for it. So view model, it says replicated, but blueprint read only. So we're gonna do that, but then we also have to update our replicated props. For now, I'm just gonna do something like that. So we have a bunch of different register view model stuff, but we're just gonna start with initialize view model. And what this should do, hopefully, is in blueprints, we should be able to replace this new var with what we have as the health of view model. That should more or less prove that it's working. So yeah, let's recompile that. And we'll see how it goes. I should really set up this stream deck better. It doesn't really do anything. Should really set up like scenes and stuff so we can kind of easily go back and forth. Maybe I should set that up, huh? I'm also considering getting a tablet. I don't know if I need a tablet, but like maybe that would be interesting. All right, so we plugged it in. My headphones disconnected. yeah, I'll figure out the stream deck thing later, I guess. So yeah, we should be able to now go back. So we have event begin play. We should be able to call the parent function. Essentially, then call this. And then instead of it being new var, it's going to be our view model here. So that's that, and then down here as well. So let's see. So in theory, we should, again, we're going to start off with just the client. We should see everything initialized, which we don't. And that part doesn't work. So, what does this mean? So what gets called first? This or this? And let's start without the dummy. Let's start here. Okay, so this gets called first. So server calls this first, which interesting enough. And then this gets called. So I guess that makes sense that happens. I would have thought that the parent begin play, the super, would have done something. So let's just put a delay for now, like a 2-second delay. One, two. Okay, so both get filled out there. That's good. So it seems to have been like a race condition. So for the sake of this, instead of doing the set current health stuff here, let's do another function. New function, void initialize health attributes. So we're going to do, let's say get owner. Now we should be saying if a gas course character get, no, we're going to go owning character equals cast a gas character. Hold on. A gas character get, then parentheses get owner. I guess even before that we gotta be like if health view model, or I can just say get health view model, right? Something like that. Then we could say if you got ability system component owning ASC equals cast ability system component owning character get ability system component. So we can say health view model set current health Can I say like owning ASC get hell? No, hold on. I wrote this code somewhere like this. Then so health view model, set current health, and that's gonna be health health attributes, get current health. Oops. Then health view model, set max health attributes, get max health. Oops. So that should be kosher. Then basically initialize health attributes. That's what I named it, right? Okay. We're pretty much speed running our code, which is fine. We've written it like 10 times over the course of like a month. So it's no big deal. So apologies if anyone's trying to pay attention to what I'm doing explicitly, but let's just try to solve this problem once and for all. Because I would really like to get into animation related topics next. I want to take the motion matching project example and port it to our skeleton so we can have our character do all that cool stuff, and we can work on crouching and everything like that. So we'll see. Don't want to get ahead of myself. So now in theory we should be able, if we were to just call this, our health should be initialized, which it's not. Now, if I were to do this, no. So is it an issue with get view model? So that's more or less what the problem is. Like, we're never getting here. So I wonder why. Let's try a couple things. Let's just type in health view model. Let's try that instead. Maybe a direct reference to the variable here that we're constructing is better than the, you know, get whatever it is. I wonder if that function's even, is it replicated or anything? It's blueprint callable. Let's just get health view model. So we'll see. And this is where we're gonna have to start like trying a couple things. Because again, this is where I get so confused when translating this to C++. Because like one-to-one, like this logic is more or less the same. So yeah, it fails. And if I were to make a delay, let's make a delay of 2 seconds just to be sure. Yeah. So basically we initialize the view model. And then we call this, but this doesn't get like reached, which I don't understand why. So this is where we need to break it down, I suppose. So if I were to write, you know, if get owner role equals role authority. Let's see, like, does this breakpoint ever get like hit? Because I do wonder if I'm gonna have to say, like, you know, initialize health attribute server and like initialize health attributes multicast or whatever, and then change it based off authority. I also just wonder, like, the health view model needs to be initialized in a specific way. So we're just gonna take this little by little. We'll see what happens. So no delay here. So we're gonna do this. So yeah, never reached either. So something weird is about this. Because like if I put a breakpoint here, does it get called? Yes. Health view model seems to be valid. We get here, and that doesn't work. And then this part. Like, am I getting the owner incorrectly? Because it's this, like, during undo, it's like this cached problem with actor component. So I wonder if, like, that's wrong. Let's Google this bish. UEFI C++. Get owner of actor component. All right, so if someone's saying this get owner not working. Oh. So now that's not useful. So is there like another equivalent of get owner? Because there's this. So it basically that gets this. Like during undo, yeah, check slow, get owner non-inline. Like, do I have to, I don't know, like cache it in a different way? Because like, for example, if I were to, let's do this. If I were to take this. I'm just gonna put in hard-coded value of 100, right? What difference does that make? And how can I better ask Google what the fuck is going on? New if I supposed to get owner factor. Get owner factor phone is null. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Not a lot of information when I try to Google that, so. So my assumption is this will be still wrong, or it will, you know, obviously it's gonna be wrong or it's gonna be right. I just think the whole role authority thing is probably gonna mess it up, but we'll see. Do we have any values? No. So let's move this out down here just so it's out of the way. Let's take that, write it there. And let's try that again. Like, does the owner need to be replicated anyway? Because yeah, there's also actor owner and owning connection. So is there like, maybe do I have to get like net connection? I wonder. Let's just see. Do we get values written? We do. Interesting. So what is wrong with getting the owner? So there is get net connection or owning component actor? No. Can I say like if so it's not accessible. So yeah, this is where my confusion is coming from. Like, why in Blueprint this is fine, but not in C++. All right, if I were to say on begin play, let's just say if get owner, there's also outer, but let's say if get owner, do this. Let's see what happens. Because the health view model is fine. We can initialize that, but like, do I have to replicate the owner? That doesn't make any sense to me. I have another component. What, am I doing anything special? Do I have get owner or anything? I do have get owner. And that works fine. So in theory, that thing should work, right? Because get owner will be... No? Okay, what? All right, let's try it here. So like if a guest course character owning character equals cast a gas course character get owner is that still good? Buongiorno. Hey, how you doing, Casper? How's it going? We're back trying to figure out how to do everything in C++ for this health component replication, so I hope you're in for interesting time, to say the least. Because again, in theory, like, I'm assuming it's not going to work. Well, I mean, it's the same problems that we're talking about the other day. You know, the blueprint implementation's fine. Trying to convert everything to C++ isn't working as you'd expect. So I'm trying to figure that out. So that's still good. Like, I'm slowly working in here. Because, like, there's a certain point where, like, something fails. Now, like, we know this runs correctly. Now, if I were to do, like, if U ability system component owning ASC equals cast U ability system component owning character get ability system component. But also, is there like an owning character health? No. I mean, I guess there should be like helper functions somewhere, right? No. Maybe it was my other project that we were doing that. But yeah, we should, again, you know, we're hard coding 100 here. I don't want to be hard coding 100, but something that's weird is going on when I try to do that. It just doesn't get set properly. So I don't know if it's like a health attribute value problem, because this is what the code was before. Okay, we're still good. Now, can I say, for example, let me UE log Log temp, warning, text. Hey. Yeah, my kitty's here. So current health, let's just put a string here. Now, how do I want to do this? So now, I know in my custom ability system component, do I have anything for health? No. Let's try. Is it because it's const? Right, again, I'm gonna just write this here. Like, this stuff is being hit for breakpoints up until now. So let's see if it keeps doing that. Because maybe this line is wrong. So essentially, I want to do like get attribute set, health attribute set, like this. And then pull like, you know, current health and max health and set it here. You know, by default, it is going to be 100 each, but right now, you know, we're kind of hard coding that in. We want to pull from the attribute values. Yeah. So basically it fails here. So why? Is it because it's const? Or is it because of something else, you know? And I'm not sure of the best way to handle that part. So what can I do? Like attribute. So there's get attribute set. So it's a T subclass of that. Returns our set attribute set instance if one exists. Get numeric attribute checked. Get gameplay. That's the thing we do early. So get numeric attribute. Like, I don't know how this one works. And it needs an F gameplay attribute. So at least we kind of know what's wrong. Now can I do like if owner role? I'm guessing that's not going to do anything, right? I doubt that's going to make a difference because I really don't know what's going on. Like, how can I pull attribute values correctly? Right, do I have to somehow get the values on the server, and then, you know, replicate them to the client or something. I'm not sure. I doubt this is gonna work, but we'll see. Because also at the same time, you know, if I were to bypass this, not do parent begin play, like if I can do like get owner, get ability system component, for example, get attribute, not base. If I were to do something like this, I would get on server, replicate the client, especially if you're doing it in character component. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's probably what I have to do. Let's just see if this example works. In blueprints, I should say. So max. No. So even this doesn't work. So I guess that's good to know. So yeah, on server, get owner is null, and that's also null. On client, also unknown. Interesting. So what does this need to change to? So run on server. Let's see what we get. Okay, so I'm guessing the owner of this thing only exists on the client. Which I'm wrong, I guess? That is weird. If I were to do multicast. So yeah, get owner is just consistently wrong. Except here. Like listen to attribute changes. Like that's, wait, hold on, get owner. Hold on. Okay, so let's say run on server, right? We're gonna say is valid. We're gonna go up to here. Oops. Okay, so we get here. So it is valid. So the ability system component is not. So if I were to, for example, try cast to gas course character, get ability system component. Now, if I were to do this one, do I get there? I do. So then if I just yoink that, so do I get everything written correctly? No. So what values am I reading here? So that's correct. That's 0. So, okay, so that's because it's on server. So if I don't make this replicated anymore, do I get here? I don't. So what happens? So I get here. And health view mod. Okay, I know why. I gotta do this. And then let me just set max health here, or set current health, I should say. Now it should be okay. No. Me wrong. Why? So get here. No. Now on client. No. Oh, thanks for the follow, Prestige BR. I appreciate it. The name sounds familiar. Oh, okay. So you were following before, I guess. That should happen. No worries. Glad to see you back. Just in time to see me struggle. Okay, so yeah, something just in general is acting strange. Like, why is that? Did I not do something? Did I? Okay, so here I'm initializing only if there is the owner. I'm guessing that is only viable. All right, so let's get rid of this. Let's write it like this. Let's start over there. I've been trying to read the documentation about networking and stuff like that, but I don't know. No matter how many times I read it, you know, I sent myself the, what's it called? Compendium? Compendium? Man, I read this. I think I gotta read it again. Because something is just not clicking. Always. I don't know why I put myself through this struggle with multiplayer, but we'll get it eventually. Yeah, the compendium is good. Maybe someday I'll actually like kind of click, you know? Maybe someday. So let's try this again. Do we get to that breakpoint? No. Why? I don't understand what changed. Because we initialize view model. We get here, we get the view model, right? Here, we don't really care about, right? Oh, I think I remember. I think there has to be a delay. We're gonna do 2 seconds. And then we're just gonna do set current health and everything. This should work. So after 2 seconds, yes. So let's try this again. Let's go all the way back here. There. Nice. Is there a stream setting to disable Chromecasting or something? I can't play the stream. I don't know. I don't see anything for Chromecasting in the settings of my Streamlabs. Not sure. Okay. So now let's go back. So instead of this using get owning character, get ability system component, what's the difference here? Like, should I be doing owning character, then like get ability system? Because that's this function. And it's a virtual function, get ability system component. Let me put this back. Like, if I were to use like get ability system component as like the function, does this still work? Oh yeah, let me put this float attribute in. Okay, so that also is fine. So I'm kind of curious how you can write like, so get float attribute from ability system component. Because like essentially, like we basically get here correctly. It's the accessing of our health attributes. So like, should I make helper functions or something inside of my gas course character? Because I have ones for like get crouch speed and things like this. Let's try it for current health or something. Because there's this constant blah 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 get set checked and then return, and it does this. So I wonder, is doing something like this any different? So let's do this. So const, and this is wrapped in an if. Do something like that. Okay, I have too many parentheses, I think. Now, can I say, let's just say health view model. Set current health, and we'll make it 100. Now, see, we're gonna have to rewrite this to be the proper appropriate health attribute, but we gotta make sure that we get here. That's the problem. And I don't know if I need to be like adding a delay or anything. Like, this should all be kosher. And I guess that's where I'm just not able to wrap my head around. Why obtaining a value of an attribute set is like not good. What's wrong here? Syntax error. Every curly brace is closed, it looks like. So if const do I have to include this? Alright. Instead of it being base attribute set, let's just do let's see if that's what it's complaining about. No. Nope. What's wrong? Term does not evaluate to a function taking 0 arguments. So I get that. Get set checked. I mean, I feel like that's not right either. Yeah, no. So if... okay, let's just write new ones. So you function category equals I don't care if it's blueprint callable, but we'll just add it anyway. Float get current health const. Copy that. So we're gonna do u gas course health attribute set. Like that. Like that. And then in theory, I should be able to just say owning character get current health. Like I don't even need to get the ability system component, but let's just do it that way. And we'll see what happens. I'd best be not getting any more syntax issues. Fingers crossed. Okay. I'm really hoping this works. Maybe the attribute set is only valid on the server or something. All these questions that I don't have the answers to. So doing something like this, I should in theory get to here. I should have 100 No. So the attribute class is null. So why? So what, in theory, is the difference between getting an attribute like this? Right, that's where my kind of confusion lies. Like, why in here? Because, yeah, this is where I monitor health stuff. At least we're getting, at least, you know, I'm happy I'm just getting somewhere. Like, now I kind of know what the problem is. It's how I'm trying to access current health. So let's see, UE5, C++, client, access, attribute. So what do we got? So I love gas, I input around 50, blah, blah, blah. So no. Like, what is this? Now, if I were to say, so, let's clean this up with what we're working with. Now, if I were to say, let's make another value here. So U property, edit anywhere. F gameplay is an F gameplay attribute, current health attribute. Now, if I were to say something along the lines of float, owning ASC, oh no. So float current health equals owning ASC, get attribute, and this. Oh man, the solar flares. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you guys are not gonna have a good time. So, for the time being, I'm gonna just hide the webcam. I'm still here. I just don't want you guys to be blinded by the light. So we're gonna take current held attribute. And plug it kind of manually in that way. Let's see what happens when we try to compile that. What I'm hoping is I can just pick the attribute in the in the default settings here, and this will pull the data correctly. I don't know how likely that's going to be. Fingers crossed, y'all. So, yeah, let's open up. So current health attribute. Current health. Let's see. Yeah, still nada. So attribute owner is null pointer. Attribute owner null pointer. Let's see. So I'm guessing it's gonna return 0, right? Or yeah, it's some dirty thing. So what is the difference? All right, I'm gonna throw out a wild guess here. So I'm gonna say, I gotta look up how to do the whole, replicate using and everything like that. But let's say, we have a U property replicated using, and I'm gonna just say, set current health, float current health. I gotta look up the UE5, C++, network. Actually, I have the compendium somewhere. So there should be like a replicate using. So with equals function name, we specify. So I gotta write it like that. So we gotta write, so U function virtual void on rep underscore current health. So maybe property of attribute should also be replicated. So that's what I'm wondering, if like those, like the attribute values aren't replicated. UE5, C++, gas are attributes replicated. I also should pull up the Tranic documentation. So having difficulty attribute sets to replicate changes back to clients. Stats are being initialized properly back to clients to recognize the changes, so the client doesn't see any changes. What am I missing? Okay, edit solved. What I was missing was begin play, init ability actor info. So let's look. So this is the attribute set. So let's look at our health attribute set. So they are replicated. Trinix documentation has a lot of the word attributes in it. Let's see what this one says. So currently I try to implement the gameplay ability system, blah, blah, blah. Has new attribute set for health, the execution of gameplay works for networking, but not the replication of this in attribute set. Okay, so not really anything. Is this attributes? Can I say replicate attribute? No. Not sure. But yeah, let's try the following. Okay, so we're gonna generate this. Then we're just gonna say, from here, we're gonna say, you know, if health view model, so health view model, set current health, it's gonna be current health. Now, can I say, so not here, not there. So can I say, you know, if get owner role equals role authority, and then can I say like so current health, I wonder if that'll do anything. So let's put a breakpoint. Where did I put this thing? I don't know if this will get called, but we'll find out. No. So do I get here at all? I do. Okay. I think I know what the problem might be because I'm not replicating the property. Let me see here. Do rep time. I don't know. Do I need to do... I don't know if I need to do anything specific. I know I have to do that. Replicate using. Maybe that will work. Not sure. So it's important to note here that C++ and Blueprints handle rep notify slightly different. In C++, rep notify functions only call for the clients. When a server changes the value and requires the onRep function to call too, you need to call it manually after adjusting the variable. Okay, so I might have to also add a onRep current health call here. We'll see. Yeah. Still no dice. So I'm just gonna say on rep current health. The struggle be real, y'all. But it's okay. We'll figure it out eventually. Hey. My cat's back. I think you guys should be not blinded now by the camera stuff. Yeah, you're good. I'm back. Okay, so we got it. So current health is 0. So yeah, something about accessing it like here is just not good. So what value do I get? So we get to here. So we have an attribute owner, attribute current health, all that stuff. Do we have information on the value? So yeah, right now it's 0. Now, again, if I look at the health component, yeah, current health. Let's do a UE log. Warning text. So current health. Let's just confirm. But yeah, Casper, you also mentioned that maybe this attribute here should be replicated. I don't know. It's a good question. Because I feel like this is half the battle. Honestly. Like listening and responding to the events is not too bad. So yeah, I'll double check this and then yeah, we'll try having that be replicated. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, current health is 0. So I wonder why that is. But yeah, I'll try that. So I'm assuming you are meaning to do, I don't know if it needs to be replicated using, but we'll say replicated. add this to our lifetime props. And then put, yeah, got it. Yep, let's see. If that does it, I'll be very, very happy. Because I wonder if, like, if that doesn't work, do I have to say, you know, initialize health attributes? Do I have to say that this is like a server function? And then, because like role authority, I don't know if that's the same thing as doing like a server function, you know? Let's see. No. Yeah, current health is 0. I can clear the log, do it again. Yeah, current health is 0. So let's try you function. So reliable server void server underscore initialize health attributes. Where is that function called from? So initialize health attributes is called from begin play. So let's see if that makes a difference. Because yeah, I know yesterday, yesterday you mentioned to me in a DM about like begin play being a little different. I'm not sure. Okay, so we got a syntax error, sick. Let's nuke that in the bud. Try again. So I would call it outside of begin play. Okay. It's just weird that begin play works fine in blueprints. Like calling it specifically after begin play is done. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that worked. Somehow, yeah, current health 100. So, interesting. So can I, in theory now, what was the old implementation? Where was that? Yeah, I got these health attributes, right? So if so I do this. Now, can I say this? So current health. So isn't begin play and BP called after begin play and CPP? Therefore, all things are initialized, also attributes, that stuff. Like, that's where I got confused too. Like the blooper one gets called first, And then the parent one gets called then, I think. So let's see now if I do this. So I wonder if I have to write it there, even there. All right, so we got current health. So let's add max health. Just to see if we can get something tangible. So try calling it on a button first or something, just excessive initials. For then my theory is that it's called too early and that's why you're getting null pointer. Maybe. Because yeah, potentially, like maybe I have to use like the on replicated or something like that. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this health attribute as well. Let's just try to get this going first, and then we'll figure that out later. Oops. That, let's also print to the log. Okay, let's just see what happens here. I really want to put curtains up. I have curtains, but this whole thing just doesn't want to come off. So I'm kind of sitting in the blinding light of the lovely sunset. Okay, so we did something wrong. Ah, here. Let's nuke this function entirely. Let's compile again. Because yeah, potentially what we would want to try to do, because I have these calls for where is it? So register health component, I think. That's where it gets called from other parts of my code instead of it being on begin play. So if I were to do register component, there should be calls in the gas course character. Yeah, like here. So I'm wondering if maybe instead of it on begin play, I would call it on this register component thing. Maybe that would be better. Like you're saying, maybe it's a timing thing. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, we got full health. Now, does this work? Honestly, it should work with just a single listen server. Does it work with 2 instances? Seems to. Now the ultimate question, which, you know, again, I'm gonna be definitely frustrated about, is if this works for our dummy. So if I let me just put one instance of a listen server. Let's just see if this works. I'm gonna have to make a call to uncomponent registered. So that makes it show the health bar. Okay, so that works. Now, does this work for client? It does. Cool. Pleasantly surprised. So now, now I wonder what changes if I were to, for example, move this to that initialize, or this register health component. I'm curious if we get the same results. But at least we're making progress. Better, you know, we're at a better place than when we started. All that matters. So basically what we're doing is on the server, we're getting the attribute value. And then we're replicating that back to the client. And I believe that's the case because attributes are owned by the server for safety purposes. Like the client doesn't own its attributes, the server does, I think. So, do I have a client? Yeah, let's see. Okay, and yes, we get the same results. So now, for additional testing purposes, instead of it being server and reliable, let's say it's not server. Will this be valid now that we're not calling it on explicitly begin play, but on this register component function? And this register component is called in the gas course character CPP. Once it lets me do it, and it's called from register view models. Register view models are called in both base and player, and they're called at different stages. Like when we replicate the ability system component, for example. So maybe that's, in theory, the correct thing, what you were saying, Casper. So we'll see. Because then, if we do get the right values, then maybe we don't have to do all this like replication, storing variables and stuff. Okay. So again, we're just doing begin play, everything, you know, we're not doing any of this function calls. So let's see what the status is here. Okay, so we are getting the same results too. Okay. So now, let's try not to replicate. Let's literally just let's get the health view model. Set current health attributes. Yeah, my computer's starting to slug a little bit. So health attributes, get current health view model, set max health attributes, get max health. Because yeah, maybe that was the problem all along. And I'm just stupid. But you know, that's how you learn. But you know, let's not call myself stupid until we're confirmed that we have it. Because yeah, once we do that, then we gotta worry about listening to the events. And there's like a bunch of code that we can delete as well. Yeah, that's a good point. You learn from your mistakes. Yeah, some people, you know, even after people can fly and did CD Projekt, they're just like, how do you know these things? It's like, because I suck. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't call myself stupid. I'm always kind of mean to myself. I don't know. All right, so maybe potentially moment of truth. Okay. We're good. In theory. So let's do some cleanup of code and double check. So registered health view model, this one we can nuke out. This one we can also nuke out. I don't think there's anything like these things. I don't think we need anymore. The view property, the lifetime property stuff, we don't need. Yeah, this one we're good. These two we're good. Don't need this, and then we eventually won't need this get lifetime props thing, so we can get rid of that. I just hope after deleting all this code, it still works. That'll be unfortunate. So yeah, we register. So then there's this monitor health changes. That we're gonna have to check. Next. So these two. Delicate handles. All right, let's just see if everything still works. And if it still works, then maybe this will be a good point to stop for today, and then we'll work on the second half of the problem, which is responding to the attribute changes and replicating that data when you get damaged or you get healed or what have you. So, and that in theory should be the easier part, but don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, thanks for your help, Casper. Thanks for being the voice of reason in the chat. Much appreciated. So yeah, we still just have this. Let's see. Yeah, we're still good. So let's get 2 instances. Plays the listen server. Yeah, everyone's still good. Just for my own sanity, let's go to the dummy ability set. Granted attribute. We have this emitter. Let's set his current health to like 50. So max health 100, current health 50. Just to make sure we're seeing the right values here. So 50. Okay. And this is seeing 100. So that's interesting. Why? Let's do the same thing for our player character. We have our emitter somewhere, so attribute health emitter. So max health, current health. So that works. So let's, for the sake of testing, okay, because maybe, I think I know what could be the issue. Let's do a delay here of 2 seconds. So 50, and then, yeah, so it's not even show. Oh, it is there. It's just all zeros. So, because I think it's a problem with call on health component registered. Because basically, it's like the default health bar. Because the default health bar widget, I think, is full. So that's what I was seeing incorrectly. So let's add some jumbo in here. Some text. Yeah, it's written as 100 like that. So I can't really overwrite it. But I guess that's the problem. So let's try one thing. Can I say health registered? Broadcast? Is that the place to do this? Hey, but you know, we're still making progress, you know. This is a small hiccup. Nothing to worry about. But yeah, my computer is, it's not loud, but it's like chugging along. Guess it's all this compiling or something. But yeah, we're basically using this on health component registered broadcast to tell the UI to draw. So that's how we're doing it here. So let's put it back, just a client. Let's see what we get. Yes, so still getting 0 out of 0. So I wonder if something does need to be replicated. So that it will show. Because if I were, for example, let me put a delay of like 5 seconds on begin play, and then we add this. Do we still get 0 and 0? Because this tells me the view model, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's replicated correctly. So yeah, I'm curious what needs to change. We have about, 10 minutes. Let's see what we can speed run back into our implementation. So let's, do I have to make like a net multicast of this? Do something like this. Let's just assume we have to do it the same way, but let's say so if, no, not capital I, if. Oh my god, Ryder, you're just dying right now. If get owner role equals role authority. UI programming is something that I just can't get the hang on. So everything UI related best works when multicast from my experience. Yeah, maybe that's just what has to happen. Then we say else multicast oh my god. This computer is just dying. So net multicast. Thank you. And I wonder if on health component registered broadcast needs to just happen at the end of register component. So let's move it out to that. And I think this will be the last attempt for today. Just because this computer is starting to chug a little bit and like, I don't know. The speed in which I can code at the moment is not that great. So but also, yeah, hold on. Net multitasking initialize. I think I copied like the wrong logic anyway. Hold on. Initialize health attributes. Yeah. So something to that effect. And then else, and then registered broadcast. All right, let's try this. And we pray. But still, more or less, you know, today was a successful day of programming, I guess. And again, we're hoping, I believe we put the health of the NPC to 50 out of 100. So that's what we're hoping for. So let's not worry about that. Let's see. No, it's still 0. Okay. Maybe for now. So I'm curious if this gets called. So it does. It'd be collecting data. I just want to know who. Because maybe another attempt is to kind of go back to the replication that we were doing earlier. Okay, so this is the elf. Well, the player character, I should say. And this is... again, the elf. Okay, so this never gets called. Because the role is authority. Interesting. Okay. So I guess that's where I'll end it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll pick it up for tomorrow. So I appreciate the help, Casper and Prestige. Thank you for the follow. If there is anyone else watching that isn't already following me here on Twitch, a follow would be much appreciated as we try to grow the community and work on our game. So have a good night, and I will see you soon.